Hey guys, so this is going to be a super basic video. It's just me sitting here explaining. This is an informative video that I've basically made for any of my clients because I really want to help people to learn to count macros. I would just like to start off by saying I consider flexible dieting and if it fits your macros basically the same thing. I guess I'm more of a flexible dieter rather than if it fits your macros, just because I believe that you want to be eating mostly healthy foods but still have a good mindset, not a good and bad mindset, not have to completely cut out foods. If it fits your macros / flexible dieting, it can be known as both things, is basically just about, to me, and what I want it to be to my clients, is balance. It's finding a healthy balance. It's getting the health and nutrients and micronutrients from the foods you're eating and enough for your body that your body needs. But then also, if you feel like having something enjoyable, you can. If you are going to go out somewhere to eat and you want to still stick to your goals, you can still do that, if that makes sense. So it's just a way to be able to live a balanced life, still live a healthy life and have healthy insides, but still enjoy your life. So I see it as a very balanced approach, which is the best way to be. You don't want to be all in one basket because that's not sustainable. You don't want to be just completely off the rails eating all junk. You're not going to feel well. It's going to make you sick. But you don't want to be in the this is good food, this is bad food basket, in my opinion, because that's not sustainable for life, to never eat bad food again, to never have hot chips again, or never have cake again, kind of thing. So it's a really balanced approach so that you can still reach your fitness goals. So I'm just going to get ahead with it. So there's going to be a couple parts to this video. I've got just a couple of very basic notes on my phone, but I'll start with part 1, which is going to be super basic, and that's just explaining. So this is, as you would have seen in the title, how to basically follow if it fits your macros / flexible dieting. And it's so that my clients can learn too. My goal with my clients, if they would like to, flexible dieting is not for everybody, but it is, I do think everyone should have a go at it. A lot of people I've noticed on YouTube have said this, and I think it's a very valid point, and it's just that by doing flexible dieting for a bit, you get to learn the knowledge of what's in your food. So then when you are just eating for yourself, you have the knowledge to be able to make good choices and balanced choices. And if you do want to try and lose weight or gain some muscle or alternate anything, you have the knowledge to do that. So I don't want to just, I want to help my clients by, you know, helping them get to their goals, but I also want them to learn. So anyways, I'm going to start. Yeah, I've got a couple things here. I've got a little whiteboard for you guys, just because that will help me explain sometimes. But I'm going to start off by explaining calories. So that's the bare basics. So most people will have heard of calories. Some of you may have counted them before. If you have, that's awesome. It will probably make this process easier for you. But we'll start by saying, so calories is basically, it's a measurement, and this is a measurement of how much energy you get from the food you're consuming. So whatever the food is, you consume it, and how many calories in it is how much calories your body has to burn by by living, breathing, moving, exercising, all the things that use your energy to burn. So I'm going to use this protein bar for my examples today. It's just one I had in the fridge. So it's a good example because it has both the calories and the kilojoules displayed. So you'll notice some things will only have one or the other. I think overseas it's mostly just in calories, but over here you'll notice a lot it's kilojoules, which is kJ. So I'm gonna have a look at the nutritional panel here. I may even just put it up on the screen and you'll just hear this voiceover right now. So I'm just gonna pop this nutrition panel up on the screen for you guys while I talk. And you can see here that this Titan bar has 836 kilojoules, which in brackets it says 200 calories. So to get your kilojoules, it will either say it on there, or when you type it into your app that I'm going to talk to you about, which you're going to use to record your macros, basically it will convert it for you. But if you're just looking at some general groceries and it only has the kilojoules and you just want to have an idea of how much calories is in there, then roughly you want to divide it by 4. It's that's not the exact number. I think it might be like 4.2. But to give you a rough idea, what I personally do is I'll look, so that's 836 kilojoules. So roughly 800 divided by 4 is 200. So that gives you 200 calories. Obviously, sometimes they round it and things like that, so you can't always trust it to a T, but that's what you've got your app for. And calories overall, this is not what we're counting. So you're going to notice, I'll explain this a little bit further on, that we're counting the macros and not the calories because they get rounded. But that's just to give you an idea. So if you eat this bar, then you're going to consume 200 calories roughly that you need to burn off. So, you know, when you exercise, you can wear like a heart rate monitor and it gives you an idea, or you can find out what like your total daily eating expenditure is, and there's certain ways to calculate that. And that's basically what I will do for my clients. I'll be calculating those things, and there's lots of different variances to it, but we're not talking about how to work that out. You can talk to me about that separately if you are interested, but this is basically teaching you to count your macros in your phone or your app or whatever. So then when you look below the kilojoules and calories, you'll see there is some other things, which is protein, fats, carbs listed. So those are your macros. That is called your macronutrients. So calories are broken down into macronutrients, which is protein, fat, and carbs. This bar has 12 protein, 13 fat, and 8.6 grams of carbs, as you can see. So that is what you'll be counting. So when I give you your macros, I'm going to give you a certain amount of grams of protein, a certain amount of grams of fat, and a certain amount of grams of carbs that are directly just for you. They are for your body, for your goals. So what works for someone else might not work for you. So never just take someone else's macros and think it will do the same for you, because chances are it won't. So now I'm just going to take that nutritional panel down, and I'll take you over to this whiteboard. Okay, so looking at this whiteboard, I want to explain how the macros are broken down from the calories. So you have calories. So in this, it's rounded off to 200 calories. So you've got your protein bar equals 200 calories, roughly. So you've got 200 calories. So now when we look at the bar, protein, we're just going to do a P, equals 12 grams. Okay? Your fats equal 13 grams. And your carbs equal 8.6 grams. Okay? So that is what is in this one bar. So the way it works is 1 gram of protein gives you 4 calories. So when you consume 1 gram of protein, it gives you 4 calories for your body to burn or store or whatever it does with it. So protein is 1 gram equals 4 calories. Okay? That is the same with your carbs. 1 gram equals 4 calories, right? And as for your fats, 1 gram equals 9 calories, right? Okay, so to work out how many calories is in this bar, you would do 12 times 4, which is 48. So 48. Just put a line down here. Sorry if this is messy. Carbs, same thing, 8.6 times 4, I'm going to actually just calculate that, is 34.4. And as for your fats, it's 9 calories per 13 grams, so 13 times 9 equals 117. So all of those added up will then be your calories. So 48 plus 117 plus 34.4 equals 199.4 calories. Right. So that's how your macros are broken down. Okay, so that's how your calories are broken down. You're not going to have to worry about calculating that, so please don't freak out. The more you do this, it's going to get so much easier. You don't have to work that out. So on my plans, depending on what you buy, most of the packages are coming with, I'm going to give you your macros, and I'm also going to give an example meal plan. So I'll give you, I might say, okay, you're on 200 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fats, and 150 grams of protein. So you don't worry about the calories. When you count, you're going to, you know, if say you eat this protein bar, you're eating 12 grams of protein, so you'd have 138 grams left to eat of protein. You'd have 13 grams of fat, so you would have 37, I think that is, grams of fat left if I was giving you 50. And say I gave you 200 grams of carbs, you'd have roughly 191.5 grams, because there's 8.6 fat in that. But you don't have to work any of it out in your head. I'm just wanting to explain how it all works and make it really simple. So that is what the macros are. So that is the basics of macros: your protein, your fats, and your carbs. Alcohol also makes up macros, but we're not worrying about that right now. Okay, so don't worry about alcohol right now. Chances are if you're on a cut, you're not worrying, you're not having alcohol, or if you're bulking and you are, or you're being more flexible with it, there is a way of counting for alcohol, and I can explain that to you down the track if you do want to know. But the last thing I want to talk to you about in part 1 is, so that's your calories and your macros, and I just want to quickly talk about how weight loss and weight gain works. So the reason macros are important is because the way that your body loses weight is not that, oh, I'm eating healthy food, so I'm not going to store fat, or I'm eating unhealthy food, so I'm going to store fat. It does not work like that. You do want to have mostly healthy foods because for your bodily health, and you want to be healthy on the inside, and it is best to do it that way. You don't want to be getting unwell or anything like that. Your body needs the micronutrients to repair things and help your muscle grow, stuff like that. But basically, the way weight loss works is you consume your food, and there's calories and macros in that food. And if you're eating less calories, which remember is a measurement of energy, if you're eating less calories than the amount of calories you burn for the day, then you will lose weight. So when I'm at maintenance and I'm eating my maintenance and I'm in my off season, I think my TDEE, which is total daily eating expenditure, is roughly 2,000 calories, depending on my training and things like that. So if my total eating expenditure is 2,000 calories, I'm burning 2,000 calories in a day, but I'm only eating 1,500 calories, well, I'm going to lose weight, because my body, to use the extra 500 calories to burn whatever it's doing. So, you know, I might do a workout that takes up 500 calories that makes me hit that 2,000. Well, to do that, I still need to have the energy. I need to physically be able to do it. So because there's no calories left in your body, it then takes it from your fat or possibly muscle. But the way we do it is we want to aim for it to come from your fat, and there is certain ways to try and utilize that and do that best, which work quite well. So that would mean that you're eating in a deficit. So to lose weight, you eat calories in a deficit. Now, if you're gaining weight, it's not because you ate a burger or you ate a chocolate bar. You can gain weight eating healthy. I guarantee you, you can be a clean eater and eat all clean foods. And by clean foods, I'm going to specify that as something that has no additives, that hasn't been processed. So, you know, things like apples and steak and chicken and avocado and dates and stuff like that. So, for example, dates are very, very calorie dense. So for a small amount, there is a lot of calories in there. Same with if you just get peanut butter, like if you want to get a clean peanut butter, because since we're talking clean foods, so it's still healthy, but there is still a whole bunch of calories in there. So if you're eating more calories than your body is burning, even if they are all healthy calories, your body will store weight. So to gain weight, you'll want to eat in a surplus. So usually the only time someone wants to gain weight in most circumstances is if they're trying to gain muscle, which is when you eat in a very slight surplus so that your body is able to build the muscle, because it needs the extra calories to build that muscle. So that's basically how it works. That's the basics. You want to eat in a caloric surplus, which is a macronutrient surplus, to gain muscle, and you want to eat in a calorie deficit to lose weight, which, as you guys know, macros come out of calories. So when you want to lose weight, you'll cut down your macros, usually the carbs. So say someone was maintaining their weight on 200 grams of carbs, 50 fat, 150 protein, just the number we used before, just a random number. Then you might cut their carbs down to 150 carbs. So they might be on 50 fats, 150 carbs, and 150 protein, and that puts them in a deficit of 50 grams of carbs. So 50 grams of carbs is approximately 200 calories, because you times by 4, and you know, you turn 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories, so 50 grams of carbs times 4 is 200 calories. So they would be in a 200 calorie deficit, therefore should lose weight. So I'm just about hitting the 20-minute mark. I'm going to cap that part 1 right there. That is the bare basics. I really hope that made sense. I tried to keep it really, really basic. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I'm more than happy to help anybody out. So I'm going to move on to part 2, which is going to be how to count the macros in the app on your phone, which I'm going to talk to you about. So that's the basics. That's what macros is, that's what calories is, and that is how weight loss works. Chances are you'll receive your macros and an example meal plan from me. You may choose to just follow the meal plan, that's up to you, or you may choose to try and count your macros and have a go at it. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and I hope this made sense to you guys. I hope that it helped.